Alright, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be showcasing Hiei, which is one of the new banner units on the summer event. And here's the passives. First one is Dragon Flame Absorption. Basically, he stacks up 5% damage every attack for 30 seconds up to 100%. And this only applies if the enemy is burning. He will remove the burn and he gets the damage buff. And then the next one is Empowered Flames. Attacks apply burn for 30% damage for 5 seconds. But if Dragon Flame Absorption is active, like he gets 100% damage buff, he will inflict Black Flame on the enemy for 80% damage over 6 seconds. Now here's the animations. The units are kinda buggy, so I'm not going to use Spectate. But here's the first attack animation. It's supposed to be a slash, but the effects are just not showing for some reason. Let's do this. See? Yeah, look, the thing is just bugging out. So on 4th upgrade, he gets a new attack, Black Dragon Flame. Turns into a cone, and the attack animation shoots out the dragon. On the max upgrade, he gets another attack. I don't know what it's called. Hold on. Black Dragon Lightning. And he turns into a full AoE. And this is where it gets good. Now, of course, he has Marksman, so his range is going to be way bigger than the non-Marksman. But let's see his max damage buff. So he himself applies burns, and he gains attack buff if he attacks a burning enemy. Now, of course, the burn is going to be worn off by the time he attacks again. So just put soon. Let's put like 3 of them, I guess. He's also 4 placement, and he's really cheap. He costs 60k to max out. It's really good. Alright, here we go. Here's his stats, max stat. 100k, basically 100k, you know. 9000 DPS. And he applies Black Flame. See that again. There we go. He applies normal burn and Black Flame. And Black Flame does 80% of his damage over 8 seconds, over 6 seconds, and the normal burn applies for 5 seconds. But the buff itself can go off. But I guess if you have a full burn team, that buff is basically just going to be on for like forever, I guess. Like it's just going to be reapplied every time, especially when you're doing activities and the enemies are just spawning in. A lot of enemies, like 20 enemies is enough to get his buff to max, and that's why this unit is really good. And I personally think this is like one of the best banner units like of the event right now, because you know the banner only has Escanor as like the Vanguard unit and no other like secret units and whatever. But yeah, that's here. Pretty simple unit. He costs 60k to max out, and he has 4 placement. So Ethereal or Deadeye will be his ideal trade. I guess they have been taking in suggestions about Monarch Reliant things, but I don't think this is like worth to bring to a normal game modes, I guess, like story mode and stuff. I guess it is, but you have units like Rimuru and let's say Sung Jin Woo. Well, it's not fair to compare it with Sung Jin Woo just because Sung Jin Woo is Vanguard. But you know, you have units like Rimuru, and when you use Rimuru, you just have like a cheaper unit for a whole lot of damage. Like you can get almost 200k damage, full AoE, like 10k DPS. This is like 40k DPS for like no reason. You don't have to stack burn, you don't have to bring other units, just bring Rimuru and you get a 40k DPS unit basically for like 150k cash compared to like something like this, I guess. Hiei and the other units. But yeah, that's Hiei for now. Yeah, that's about it, I guess.